The night was leaning blue against the windows, streetlights trembling softly on the glass. The room still held the shape of where you stood once, like something sacred had just barely passed. I let the record spin without listening. Your shadow lived in every tired chord, and all the little things we left unfinished felt heavier than they ever had before. I used to think that home was made of walls only, a lamp left on, a key turned in the door, a kitchen light, a name called from the hallway, a place that didn't ask for anything more than you came in with weather in your shoulders and looked at me like I was worth the wait. And suddenly the word I'd never trusted began to sound less distant in your mouth, less late. You knew the version of me built from caution, the one who smiled before the fear could rise, the girl who learned to fold herself to fit pain and call that shrinking wise. You never asked me to become less fragile. You never touched my silence like a flaw. You sat beside it till it turned to breathing, and that was how I first believed in more. You were my almost home, the place my restless heart came closest to, the warm light glowing through the dark, the life I almost walked into. You were my almost home, my nearly always. And now the night keeps asking me why love can't always stay. You were my almost home, and I still ache your name that way. It wasn't one big storm that broke the ceiling, no final scream, no shattered frame, no war. It happened in the quiet human places where two tired hearts forget what they were fighting for. Too many pauses where we should have reached out, too many nights we let the distance speak, too much old pain dressed up as self-protection, till love grew strong enough to bruise but not to keep. Still I remember mornings like religion, your sweater on the chair, the kettle singing low, the way your sleepy hand would search the mattress, as if your body always knew where mine would go. I remember rain against the small apartment, you reading while I watched the sky turn gray, the way the whole world seemed less sharp around us, as if your presence taught the dark a gentler way. And that's what hurts beyond the actual ending, not only losing you, but losing who I was, that softer version of myself beside you, the one who did embrace against love just because you made the ordinary feel like shelter, a grocery list, your shoes beside the bed, the kind of little life I never thought I'd trust, now living like a country in my head. You were my almost home, the hush my whole soul leaned into, the hand that found me in the dark before I vanished from my view. heartbeat too deep. You were my almost home, and I still miss you in my sleep. It's waiting there for you. La la, some loves don't leave in silence. They linger in the floorboards and the rain. Oh, if time is meant to make this smaller, why does it still feel the same? I know we were not built from perfect language. We both had ghosts that answered to our names. You had your storms that never reached the surface. I had my fear of anything that stayed. Maybe we met too close to older damage. Maybe we asked young tenderness to bear too much. Maybe forever needs a steadier courage. And two bruised hearts can always hold with love. But I won't turn what we had into nothing. I won't reduce it to a lesson or a scar. You were the first place I laid down my armor, the first soft light I ever called by heart. And even now when evening fills the windows and the city folds itself in silver gray, there's part of me still walking towards your doorway, still hoping home might look like you one day. You were my almost home, the nearest I had come to peace, the half-built world inside your arms, where all my running seemed to cease. You were my almost home, my unfinished forever line. And though the house we dreamed is nowhere, its ache still lives in mine.